There we go. Oh, good boy.
Yes,
Hi, hello. Oh, hi, big guy. So what we'll do, since we already have her out, is we'll do a couple of the sharing exercises first, see how that's coming along.
Okay.
And then we'll do a couple of the recall exercises with you guys.
Okay.
Appreciate it. There you go. We might have to actually go by the pet store too, because I ran out of longer treats. But trying to improvise, but we'll see if we need to pick something up.
I have some more dog food for you in the car.
Okay. Oh,
Are you excited?
here, I'll go around you.
Yeah. Hi, puppy.
There you go, big guy. Hi, hello. Hi.
Hello.
You having a fun time? She found the treats. You having a fun time?
She likes the treats too, huh?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, she's got a good sniffer.
Yeah, she's really good nose.
This will be good. All right, let's go ahead and head back to your car,
Okay.
and we'll set everything up down there. Looks like he's already following you, but that's good. Gonna try to get him on this side. There we go. Yeah, you gotta be careful of the ice, that's for sure too. Oh, good boy. Yeah, I know.
Hi, Boomer. Yeah. Yeah, I know. You're my baby.
All right. So we'll go ahead, set everything up here.
Okay.
There we go. That should be fine. We'll go ahead and set this up. If you want to actually hold on to him.
Oh.
There you go. Alright. What we're going to do is just test out sensitivity. She's been pretty good about sharing. But I have a feeling that the problem comes up when he is actively possessing something and she moves into his space. So getting him used to enjoying things inside. He's usually in the crate while everybody's being fed, but then everybody's still floating around him, which is good because even though he eats slower and the other dogs coming in to interest him, you know, sometimes he gets defensive, sometimes we've been able to calm him down and I create the space for him so he's been non-reactive, and we gotten to the point where, you know, he can kind of eat and share treats and everything with everybody around.
Okay.
The next part after that is going to be, depending on how this goes here, like whether or not I need to muzzle train him so we can do even closer interactions, or if you might want to just stick with the crate training for now, because the crate is going to be the safest thing,
Yep.
right? But she won't be able to move into that space. So what we want eventually is for him to kind of be enjoying something and she move around or through, right, without him overreacting.
Okay.
Usually it'll be best to do that with a muzzle, just depending on how severe his reaction is. Because it hasn't been too bad and because we've been able to do it within the crate pretty safely, then it should be okay.
Okay.
But we'll test things out here a little bit.
Okay.
So what we'll do here is, if you want to move her away first. And what we'll do is we'll have him place.
Boomer.
Good boy.
Yeah, good boy.
Up, up. Up, up. All the way up. Man, it is brutal out here. Good boy. Okay, and sit. There you go, and down. And now we're gonna go ahead and let him enjoy that. If you want to go ahead and remove that for you. Okay. Now all I want you guys to do while I'm holding him on here, I'll lock this too, is to just walk her around and see how close she gets before he seems to notice or get reactive or guarding. Sorry, you might.
She kind of knows better too. She's like, no.
That's good though.
Yeah, she's cautious.
She should be good. All right. Okay. Now at this point, what we'll do, good boy. Thank you. Is have him sit, and then share it with her. Right. So this is another thing too. Is like
she's also not feeling too good because
Yeah.
she just rode in the car.
Oh, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
We want her to actually be comfortable too when it's her turn, right? And then make it so he has to wait.
Okay.
Wait.
She just may not feel well.
That's fine. We want him to be able to still wait his turn. There you go.
There
We
you
got distracted there.
Yeah.
Good. Wait. Good boy.
Yeah, she was just distracted.
Wait. Good boy.
Oh.
All right, and then back to his turn.
Okay. Here,
Good.
Boomer. Good
And then
boy.
she's nice and close.
Good boy, Boomer.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Okay, and then her turn again.
Peanut. Peanut. Here you go.
There you go. That's good too. Very good. Okay, good. That's not too bad. So like if he was really hyper in guarding, she would have triggered when he was enjoying something and she moved in close, right? And then as he's already mid enjoying something, she would have a harder time kind of closing the space. Go ahead and give her some now. Keep him there. Good. And he'd have a harder time relinquishing things. All right, good. Good. All right. Well, that turned out a lot better than I expected. I didn't know how they were like before, so we kind of just took all the safety precautions from what I saw.
Yeah.
So that was good. Next thing is going to be to try out actual food. I did this first because it's easier to share, but I'll go grab his bowl and stuff, and we'll put some kibble in it. We'll do the same thing. So I'll have you kind of on that side walking this way, and I'm going to be on this side walking towards you.
Walk by it?
Yeah. We're going to try to walk by it around the same time. I just want to see how high.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, there you go. So start off about there. All right. Okay. And then go ahead and start walking through. Okay. I know, you're always excited for food, huh? I guess it doesn't help that maybe she's not feeling too well. It's okay. Alright, so now this time I'm gonna let him kind of approach in and you walk by with her. I'm gonna keep him on this side though, so that way he can have some while she's coming by. Right, so you can see how much higher of a drive that he has towards food. So it just means that it's much more of a resource. There you go. Good boy. Right? So he saw there and she recognized his desire for space. It's fine. Here's Boomer's button. Just hit this one for tone, and that'll help distract him. This textured one on the side, and that'll just beep. But what you want to do is you want him to kind of break focus and let her actually try some first. Okay, so go ahead and move in again at the same time. Good boy, come.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Go ahead and pick it up and move it towards her if she needs some encouragement. There you go. Good. Okay, now go ahead and stop and give her a break before it's all gone. Okay. Good. All right. So now it'll be his turn. So when he's gonna move in and start eating, go ahead and walk her by. If he shows any kind of bad reaction, like looking up or anything, you just beep. Okay. Good boy. All right. There you go. All right. Go ahead and walk her by. Good boy.
On that one, but
It's okay. Go ahead and try again. Good boy. It's okay. Go ahead. Good boy.
go ahead.
Here you go. It's okay. Yeah. So go ahead and walk her by again.
Okay.
Good. Okay. All right. Come here, bud. It'll be her turn.
Tina, you want food? You want some kibble?
Want a turn?
There you go. Good. Okay. Yep. Go ahead. Let her have some more.
She'll eat it all.
Ah, that's fine. He's already had lunch. I mean, she probably lost hers, but
Yeah,
that way you don't get too sick in the car. But here we go. Now his turn again. All right, good boy. Okay, now bring her by.
Good boy. He brings it in closer. Yeah, okay.
Good. So now that she's respecting his space, he doesn't also have to guard as much, right? Which is both good and bad. The only downside here that you'll want to work on more back at home is getting her comfortable with just taking her turn and sharing, right? She doesn't want to be we don't want her to just be scared of him while he's eating. We
Yeah.
want her to be respectful, and we just need her to know that when we say it's okay and that it's her turn, that it's okay and it's her turn. Same with him being okay, right? That is now his sister's turn, right? So go ahead and give her the plate, even though it's empty. We'll let him move in.
She's like, there's
Right.
nothing in here. What are you doing?
Good. All right, so at least that's going pretty well so far. Like I said, I don't know what it would look like before. Was it worse or about the same sensitivity?
Well, he would eat a little bit and then he'd walk away. And she'd go in and try to steal it, and that's when he would react. It's like, well, he walked away from it.
Yeah.
Okay.
He wants to be a grazer, but really can't. Because it's,
Right.
around.
Okay. Cool. I'll pause that and let him eat half, and then we'll pull him away, and then we'll let her eat some, and then we'll walk him back through. Okay. Good boy, Boomer. Good boy. Okay. All right. Good boy. Come on. Go with Dad.
Boomer? No.
Oh. All right, there you go. All right, now let her go ahead and go in. No, not yet. He's just excited for the food more than anything else. He's not really guarding anything. Good boy. Boomer. Yes. Good. Listen, there you go. Good job. Right? So I want to reward him heavily for redirecting when his sister's enjoying it now. Right? Good boy. Yes. Good. And that's where the name and recall really comes into play, outside of course, his flight risk, right? Being able to get his attention and focus back, make him feel rewarded for it, as opposed to just concentrating on missing out on whatever his sister's getting. Now, that's still going to require supervision, on your part. But at least now you can kind of practice with them taking turns, enjoying their dinners, going back and forth between different bowls and things like that. You just want to try different combinations to make them comfortable. Usually it'll end with hopefully them being in separate crates and still being able to eat next to one another without him overreacting. And if he does start overreacting or snapping, you want to be there to redirect him or to beep him or something like that, just to break him out of it, right? Because there's no threat now of him losing. Oh, thank you. There's no threat now of him losing any food to her because we're the ones that are controlling who gets what, right? And so he doesn't need to be scared, and so he doesn't need to be guarding, right? So that's why it's now okay to correct him if he starts to overreact or anything like that. But we have to kind of set him up for success first. Right? Get him used to sharing, get him used to leaving things, him seeing his sister eat out of his bowl, he eats out of her bowl, all those things. The main thing that is going to really matter is just how you control the resources in front of them.
Okay.
That way he doesn't feel the need to guard his stuff, right? Okay. All right. Good boy. Good girl. What do you think, huh? And her demeanor is actually pretty good because she's not trying to bully her way. She's also not as driven as him right now. So all those things should make it easier for you guys, right?
Yeah.
I don't know, like I said, once they're more comfortable back at home, how that's going to be.
Yeah.
But you'll just want to take that into consideration too, right? Because you know that he's going to be driven for food. It's got a really high value for him. And so that's why he's way more susceptible to guarding it, right? As opposed to her. And that's just, that just might be from his time on the streets or whatnot. But we can at least we can see that we can rehabilitate that, and it doesn't always have to be a very dangerous situation. I'll still keep practicing, especially when the other pup comes in. It'll be somebody that he hasn't met yet tomorrow, so that'll be another good one. But he's been really good about just eating and sharing treats with everybody. At first, like I said, he was a little bit iffy about other pups coming into his crate space, right? But we got it to the point where he can eat and the other dogs can be all around him. It's not going to matter.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Good boy.
Type of
Sound?
I play,
frequency.
I don't know. I play violin and piano, and sometimes he'll bark at that, but acoustic guitar is his biggest thing. It'll make him bark and howl.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as a song, and he can pick it out too. Like it may not even be fully there, but he can hear it and he'll start whining.
Yeah.
Fire trucks. Oh, that one frequency that the fire truck siren is.
But a lot of dogs howl at fire trucks.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I'm gonna give you one of you guys the treat bag here. I don't know who wants to do it.
You've got him on the leash. You take the treat bag.
I'll actually take the leash.
Oh, okay.
Because I want you guys to kind of practice recalling him without the leash pressure, as if like he was running loose, right? And then also practicing as well with the remote.
What kind of treats?
Oh, it's just freeze-dried chicken.
Freeze-dried chicken.
Yeah, got that and some cheese in there. All right, and so you might want to put that on so that way you'll be able to have another free hand here. So the order of operations, and we're going to try to adjust it a little bit next week as it goes along, is to get him is to get him to respond to his name, of course, first and foremost, right? But then if that doesn't work, teaching him, to come with the tone or the vibrate.
Okay.
Good boy. So now he's already, So this is the first part that'll help you, especially when you're out with him. Always make sure that you have some treats. Higher value treats will really be good, especially when you're trying to recall him from his nose.
Okay.
That's always really helped. It's going to take quite a bit of conditioning to break those things, and you might always need the remote for the physical part, but we'll see. It's still pretty early, but let's just say he has a hard time peeling away from his nose unless
Yeah.
unless you have an outside force. But we still want to kind of work on the basics so that way he just responds right away. So right now, since he's not pulling or anything on the leash,
Put her in the car. She looks very cold.
Do you want to go in the car? Come on.
yeah, he'll be moving around a bit, so he might be okay.
Hey, puppy.
Oh boy.
That's my good boy.
Okay. All right. So we'll go ahead and start walking around, and then all you want to do when you want to get his attention is just call his name, and then when he comes back, go ahead and give him a reward. If he checks back in on you on his own, go ahead and give him praise, and if you wanted to, a treat.
Boomer.
Very good. There you go. I know.
That's right. Boomer.
There you go.
Good boy.
that might take a little bit of warm up too. That's fine.
He's like, this is the guy with the treats. I know.
All right. Good. Yep. And so there's another good distraction there.
Boomer.
Good. Now, there you go.
Good boy. Good boy, Boomer.
Good boy. Are we waiting on your husband, or is he gonna hang out with her? If you're cold too, it's fine. You can take a break.
I'm sure she'll be all right.
We don't go too far. I just want to try to go into like some wooded areas because that way he'll kind of get his nose a little bit more. There you go.
Boomer.
Very good. There you go.
Good boy.
Good boy.
Good boy.
And that's where just like,
Oops, you dropped it.
and that's where just the repetition and the higher value treats will come into play.
Okay.
So like if you always call his name and he always feels happy and rewarded to come back, it makes it easier to peel him away from different smells and stuff when he's out. The only thing that the tone really does is kind of really disrupt him and makes him unsure. So it'll be good for when he's running away or something like that.
Okay.
But you still need the other part of him actually wanting to come back to help with that.
Okay.
Buddy.
Hi, good boy.
No one's got any treats for me. What's going on?
And what we want to try to do eventually, we'll watch out for that, is get him so he's conditioned to, when he hears the tone, to just come back to us anyways without the need for additional recall and just start looking for us with his nose.
Okay.
Oh, that's his. Yeah. All right. So we'll go over here this way into the woods. Okay.
Boomer.
Good. There you go.
Good boy.
Good. So Dad, if you want to hold on to the remote, you want to just pay attention because when she calls his name and he doesn't respond, you want to beep right away. And then what you want to do after he beeps and that gets his kind of attention, you want to call his name again. Eventually we want to get it to the point where he just hears the beep and just comes back. Good boy.
Good boy. You checked it? Okay. Good boy.
Good boy. There you go.
Good boy.
Good. a little delay.
I hit it and I didn't like, there was no beep. I'm like, uh-oh. And then I looked down for a second and he was already on his way back. Sorry.
It's okay. It'll take some practice on both your parts, but hopefully we'll be able to get that practice in anyways, and he'll be okay. It's hard to do sometimes with gloves on as well. Very good. There you go. And that's the goal, is to not need it as much, right? There you go. Good. So you kind of see there's that, it's going to be that problem when he does ignore it and then just keeps going, right?
Yeah.
So that's where having the interrupt is really important, and then following up again with the recall. Do that a couple more times. I think it might be distance based, so I'm going to try to go a little bit further away from you again, and we'll try again. He's distracted by some people there too. Oh, what's that? We'll go towards the dog distraction. Good. So as soon as he does turn and start coming back on his own like that, go ahead and start like what I call cheerleading. Like, okay, let him know he's doing a good job and keep coming to you for the reward. Because that time, after he heard the beep, he just started to come back right away, which is exactly what we're trying to get him to do. Okay, let's try again. I have to get him some boots. There you go, good. Good. Alright. I'm gonna probably get like a longer leash if I can. I only have a 30-foot and this is 26 anyway, so I have to try out a 50 and 100. Or what we'll probably do, hopefully next week, is start working in like a dog park, so it's like fenced in, and we'll still be able to practice some recall. Okay. The only hard part about that is that usually there's other dogs there, so it's going to be even more distracting, which can be good or bad, yeah, right? Because he's already kind of still struggling to get his attention back, yeah, with like what we see as no distractions, right? Yeah. Right. So I think it might be too much, but we'll still try to give it a good try, and then I'll try to take him to a park, usually on a time or something like that when there's not going to be as many people around. Okay. Luckily, this weather's pretty good for that too. So, oh dear gosh. Oh,
there's a good one.
What do you think, bud?
They saw you. Now they saw you.
Come on, Boomer. He's like, I don't know about this. He's like, bless you. Go ahead and try it one more time and then we'll call it. Oh, there we go. There you go. There you go. Alright, do you guys have any questions on that? Like I said, it's pretty basic, but it's very important, especially for his case. And he's doing well with the basics here. And so then the last week is going to be like getting him in different environments and practicing the recall through different things, like hopefully on a hike or the dog park, maybe in like a crowded area.
Okay.
Would want to generally stay away from cars, but we'll see if I can get a friend or something to help out with that too.
Okay.
Yeah. So those were the two. There we go. It's hard distracted now.
Boomer.
Good boy. There you go. Good. There you go. Good job, big guy. So we want to kind of take advantage of the fact that he's so sensitive, and instead of making it like this negative thing, just make it a positive thing for him. And luckily we haven't really, like I said, needed any other setting or anything because he is so sensitive to it. Like I said, the only problem is if he's really far from you and you just beep, he's just gonna stop, right? So you still need that additional recall in.
Come on, Boomer. Boomer. Come on, buddy.
Good boy.
Good boy. Yeah, good boy.
There you go. Good.
Good boy.
And then we'll practice some more of his formal leash work too during everything as well. But he does pretty good. I think a lot of it is just because he's worn out and really tired.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Boomer.
Boomer.
Good. Very good.
Good boy.
Oh.
Oh.
Boomer.
Good. There you go.
Good boy.
So that was really good since he had the dog as a distraction down there. And he needed a little bit more additional help because of the smell. That was good. Go ahead and walk back towards the car. His sister. See if he'll just check in on you normally without any input.
Boomer.
There you go. Okay. There you go. All right. Do you guys have any questions so far on everything? Is that he's doing pretty well. It's recall, especially for this kind of breed, is going to be a little bit harder
Yeah.
than anything else. But he's responding well. We don't have to like overly correct him or anything like that. Like I said, with the food possession, I'll check to see how he does with the new pup coming in that he might be more unsure of, or just new.
And how's the waking up thing going?
Yeah, I haven't had any problems with that, but we've been starting off still gentle.
Okay.
Right, but he's been doing pretty good about not overreacting or snapping or anything like that, just so long as we ease him in. And then next week when we start kind of maybe suddenly doing it, or like with the sudden noises like you said, and I'll try to record that to see how he does too.
Did you get the bag of extra dog food?
No, it's not.
I put it back inside. No.
Oh, and
Come here, buddy. You want to say goodbye? Sorry the weather was so bad this time around. I'll let you say goodbye to him.
Boomer. Bye, buddy.
Happy buddy.
Boomer.
Go in and have a nice nap. You're warm.
Buddy. Yeah.
He's like, wait a second, I want to go hang out with his sister. Aw. Good boy.
Week. See you next week.